I got a call that Will Smith is finally, after being separated from Jada since 2016. Remember we told you that and they said we were lying? Y'all remember all that? First of all, shout out to the Day One winos, okay? That's been here since 2015, right? Listen to me. All the August Alsina stuff and the spiritual marriage, them getting married on the beach, over the water, jumping over the broomstick, and Jada said, listen, I will never leave Will Smith. He is my life partner. They are life partners. Even Will has talked about it. And we told y'all that this whole marriage was PR. You know, they felt like they were stronger together. You know, they sell everybody. They sell Jada, they sell the kids. You know what I'm saying? They for sale too. The kids' dogs is for sale. You know what I'm saying? All types of stuff, right? And so we told y'all about this, and y'all just couldn't get it through your head that your favorite couple would be living apart and be separated and be dating other people, and especially Jada dating another bisexual man, August Alsina. Like, y'all could not believe all of that, right? I have to kind of remind y'all about the stuff that we get, and then it comes out later and you're like, oh, Tasha did say that, right? So we got a call he's done with the PR of it all. The life partnership is not working. He has a woman that he's in love with, and she is not black. And he is now talking to lawyers. The issue, and so he is setting up to divorce Jada. Now, this is going to be a messy divorce because you have to understand the prenup that was signed. Because remember, when he met Jada, Jada was just kind of a small-time actress that was being passed around Hollywood between Tupac and everybody else that would take the pussy, right? And so he decided to just fall in love with it, you know, because she was, I mean, she's sexually charged. She's a hypersexual, and she, you know, the girl couldn't even go to sleep without masturbating and shit at 15 and 16. So she just been popping that pussy all down Baltimore.
Oh my God.
All the way up to California. And, you know, popped it on him. He green from Philadelphia, had a wife and all, and ended up leaving that wife and married Jada, right? Jada locked it down. And there was a prenup that was signed at the time, but that prenup is almost 30 years old. And so a lot of things were accumulated during the marriage. I'm hearing that the reason it you know, they kind of came up with the life partnership is because they felt like the brand was stronger together at one point. But, you know, since he's been able to face so much scrutiny and just public humiliation, and his career is still intact, while Jada is at the house doing, what is Jada doing right now? Besides, every time Jada got a job and she was screwing somebody on the set, couldn't even trust her to go to work. Hypersexual. According to Bilal Pillhead.
Thank you, Abby. Thank you for helping me out here.
What is Jada doing right now to remotely keep Will's brand afloat? Will is a brand in himself, and I think he felt like during that Black Love era.
All right, let's hang it there. So I have a poll in there. I have a poll there. Do you think Will and Jada's marriage are all PR? Let me see what you guys are talking about. Okay, 50-50. How many votes? Probably 2 votes. 4 votes, 50-50. Okay. Some people feel like Will and Jada's marriage are all PR for publicity stunts. And that's all it is. How long have they been married? I wonder. Will and Jada. Will Smith is a big $20+ million Nollywood actor, a legendary rapper. His wife, his present wife, they're still legally married. She's an actress. She's an actress. She's been an actress for a long time too, right? And I think she's also some kind of artist, but she's no more so as an actress from back in the days, back in sitcom days. In recent times, she hasn't really done much, but she's done a lot in terms of their marriage. Well, she runs a show on Facebook called Red Table Talk. Red Table Talk, yeah, Red Table Talk. So So now we have a 50-50 vote, and some people feel like it's public stunt. That means some people still believe, two of you guys still believe that they're in the same, they still believe that, you know, the marriage can survive, I guess, that they have a real thing together, right? And two of you don't believe that, you know, that there's anything sustainable here, or at least they're staying together for, they have children together, by the way. They have 2 children together, 2 grown children. So now they're just staying together. Now, some few years ago, about 2 years ago or so, just before 2 Oscars ago, she made an announcement. Well, before she launched her book, she made an announcement that they had been separated for 7 years at that time. Okay. So everybody was disappointed, of course. What do you mean separated? Separated under the same roof or what, you know? So a lot of people, obviously Tasha K and probably her followers, believe now she's saying that they are planning to divorce. Now, this is not confirmed anywhere. Okay, this is not confirmed anywhere. Now, another tabloid platform here called Media Takeout, which I have not been to for years. I have not been to Media Takeout for years. But yeah, I'm just saying this. He used to compete. TMZ, I still see TMZ, but Media Takeout, I think the reason why I haven't been there is because they don't have a strong presence on Instagram, so I don't see them. They have a report here saying Media Takeout has some exclusive tea that has been brewing for a while now, and it looks like it's finally out to be poured. We spoke to multiple people close to Will Smith and Jada Pinkett, and they confirmed to us that the couple is finally ready to make their split official. All right, let me ask you guys this. I'm going to post this question on the screen as a quick mind exercise or intellectual exercise here. I'm going to post this on the screen here. Let's see here. Marriott, see you soon, Marriott. If there is one thing that will kill Will, or that could have killed, let's put it that way, Will and Jada's marriage, what would it be? All right, so while you guys are processing that, I'll come back. I think in the last couple of years it's been PR. Okay, Abby says in the last couple of years it's been PR. Okay, so according to Media Takeout, they said they spoke to multiple people and they've confirmed that the split is official. Yup, Will and Jada are prepared to legally end their marriage. Okay, now they've been separated for years. Now it's time to wrap it up. According to insiders, Will and Jada have been living separate lives for quite some time. Now she gave people, 50% of the people, some hope that maybe they are coming back together. They went to the Oscars together. On that, he ended up slapping Chris Rock on that stage in defense of his wife. Get my wife's name out your mouth, right? So they ended up on that red carpet together. He ended up leaving that event crying like a baby, right? Because he did the wrong thing. He put his hand on another man, all in the name of defending his wife. Gentlemen, you never want to do anything stupid like that, okay? Will Smith is somebody I will classify as a baby feminist. Before, I think recently he's trying to gather his thoughts and say, okay, the best way for me to defend my wife is to be a man. Anyway, now they are done pretending and are moving forward with a quiet divorce. They are both in a good place. One source explained it's not messy. They're just ready to move on for real. I doubt it. Okay, so now Tasha K said it's going to be a messy one. And then Media Takeout is saying it's going to be a quiet, amicable one. Whatever. Is it possible for them to be divorced? Yeah, of course. But if there was one thing that they could blame it on, that's the question that I have on the screen. What would it be, in your opinion? I have my own opinion. I'll share that. And then we'll end this fantastic Saturday afternoon live stream. Somebody said, okay, the headline here said, Will is living his best life. While the marriage might be ending, Will is on top of the world right now. He just dropped new music. He's back on tour with DJ Jazzy Jeff and seems to be thriving. You know, all me and you have to do is jump in somebody's DM, a blogger's DM, and say, hey, we heard something. I think their marriage used to be over. You know, they will eat it all up, right? It's hot news. That's how hot they are. Now, a part of me wants to say if they were going to end it just because they are going to be nasty, it would have ended. If they are ending it because they want to just live life to the fullest, I think that's very, very possible, right? Are they ending it because of August Asina, the young man, one of friends of Jaden that she slept with? I don't think so. I think if that was capable of ending their marriage, they would have done it a long time ago. So I don't think it's going to be the one thing. Because many things happen in marriages, maybe not at that level, but many things happen in the name of betrayal, something that are betrayal level. Betrayal hurts, period. Right? You don't measure it based off of if there's an August Asina or if it was just ice cream downstairs in the night. If it's betrayal, it's betrayal. Okay? Now, societal standards, some betrayal are bigger than others, so, but it's because of the society standards. Okay? But when a person feels hurt, if they feel hurt, and they can end the marriage for any small, you might consider it minuscule reasons or minutial reasons, you can consider that, but everybody's threshold is different though. So as for Jada, she's been staying mostly out of the public eye lately, a major shift after years of viral moments, Red Talk Table, confessions, and the Oscars drama. Jada is the kind of lady that will turn around and say, you went and slapped him? I didn't ask you to slap him. I think most women will do that personally. Most women will not say, oh, you slapped him for me. Oh, gentlemen, most women will not do that. I'm letting you know right now, up front.
Oh, man. Oh, beauty.
All right. So, and Jada for sure is that type of woman from what I could see. Like, you slapped him for what? Why would you do that? Now, on the surface, she might be like, I understand what you've been going through. Buddha. My Buddha was not really. I don't think, some people call that selfish. I don't think that. I think it's a personality thing, and I think it's a clash between Will and Jada. And I don't think it can necessarily end them. There is one thing that I think can end them. There's one thing. I've been blaming that one thing from day one, and I will continue to blame it. So I'm trying to see if one of you guys will pick it up before I come back to it. Sources tell Media Takeout that Jada is focusing on herself. She's been doing that for a while, which is the reason why some people call her selfish. She's focusing on herself. Her daughter is writing love letters to quote-unquote ex-lover that has passed away 30 years ago. She's been focusing on herself. In fact, recently, even Will Smith came out and said, we trained our kids to just be upfront. If they do something wrong, just be upfront. He said it's a bad idea, that they need to be able to hide some things from you. Meaning they know it is wrong. Not that they will just do the wrong thing and they just come and, hey, the only requirement is just come and tell me. He's saying that. I think he means that. I agree with him. I think children should know how to also, not hiding things from you per se, but have a sense of like, okay, I did something wrong. I don't, disappointment. The last thing they don't want to do is disappoint you, but you also don't want them to hide things. But there's a balance you're looking for. You want them to be healthy, normal human beings, not just human beings that just do what works for you. Abort mission. Don't do that thing. Do what works for you. No. Gen Z generation needs to be told what to do. How do I know? Just look around you. Don't tell them, but we will tell them what to do. We will talk police them. You just talk blunt because we're just upfront. No, you're rude. You're just a rude person. Why are you tone policing me? I will tone police you. Okay? It's not me meaning to tone police you. I'm teaching you social intelligence. There's a way to talk in public. There's some things you don't bring to the public. There's some things you don't open your mouth and just talk anyhow. Hope you know what you do. Why? Because other people are listening and they will project and they will interpret it for you, and their interpretation can destroy your life. Depending on how big you are, of course, or how much is at stake. So they said, we're told she's working on a few movies as both an actress and a producer, and she's keeping things very low-key now. No drama, just closure. Despite the internet constantly speculating about their status, this isn't some bitter breakup. So they're contradicting Tasha K. Will and Jada are handling things like grown folks, and we're told they want to keep things peaceful and private. I will believe that more than believe what Tasha K is saying, which is it's going to be messy. I just don't see that in them. They've built a legacy. If they were going to do messy divorce, they would have done that a long time ago. I think if there's a brokenness in that relationship, I think that brokenness has existed for 7+ years, plus the Oscar years, 2+ years, 9, 10+ years now. Okay. And they've actually spoken a lot about it, about the brokenness in that. A lot of it has to do with Will Smith being a Mr. Nice Guy, a baby feminist. That's not the same thing as kindness. It's not. Okay. They've built a legacy, raised a beautiful family, and dealt with their share of public scrutiny. Now it's time for both of them to officially go their separate ways. All right, so they're the kind of couple that we just don't believe until we see it. We don't know because a lot of people are speculating that they will divorce. That's the reality. A lot of people are speculating that it is in fact going to be the end of Will Smith, Will and Jada. Sadly, social media is not your mate. It is what it is. People want it to end so badly. A lot of people are feeling sorry for Will Smith. They feel like he's been a doormat all along. I don't think so. I don't think Will Smith is your easy guy who just walk on doormat. No, I don't think it was as simple as, oh, it's a doormat and Jada was just walking all over him. As a matter of fact, I think Will Smith is probably a strong, let me say it like this, he probably has some strong narcissistic traits that he didn't know that Jada was only going to accept all that for a few years. Will Smith is the kind of guy who was a very controlling guy behind the scenes, but he's an American sweetheart. I know we don't say that to men, but yes. And no one will believe that he's ever that behind the scenes. Yeah. So if there's one thing that will kill Jada and Will and Jada's marriage, what would it be? I like this one, Adebusala, constant public scrutiny. Yes. I think it's related to it, but I think it's over wokeness. Let's just live our life in front of the whole world and just be transparent. Let's just, they can benefit from it. Other people will learn from it. There's a level you get to that you definitely don't want to do that. They are damn near Jay-Z, Beyonce level. You don't want to do anything stupid like that. Because remember, you're not just dealing with your intentions. You're dealing with the interpretations of the people. It can go viral to the point that, yes, you're not supposed to read the comment, but you're not living in a cave. You will see these things. To the point that you'll go to a stage and actually slap another man. Yes. It's Jada's infatuation with Tupac. And it does not help that he's dead. You cannot compete with a dead person. Yeah, I don't think that is. If that was going to kill them, if you read their book, that would have killed their relationship long before they started the marriage. Will Smith has actually admitted from long before their marriage that this guy was a friend, but he was a guy that he was threatening to him, but not necessarily in a romantic way, but just he wanted to control that situation. But I wouldn't blame a man that has been dead for 30 years for that. Not blame you, because you didn't mean to blame, but I wouldn't say it's the one thing, because I think they've gotten hit with so many more other forces that they've withstood since that time. Let me see here. So constant public scrutiny, yes, is this idea that we can be over the wokeness, that red table talk where she kept talking when she didn't know where to stop, right? To an average person, they would like to say it's August Asina or a Tupac, some kind of infidelity, anything that involves Bekus and Prick. No. Okay, like stop the cap. All of you are knocking for free everywhere. Not all of you here, of course, but people are knocking. They are knocking left and right, some of them without protection. You really think that's all it's going to take to end a marriage? How many people do you know got cheated on one time and they just end the marriage? How many people do you know personally? Is that the reason to accept it? That's not what I'm talking about today. It's usually something deeper than that, okay? It's usually something that has to do with not knowing the limitations of your power, not knowing when to introduce humility, even though your intentions was humility. I was just trying to be transparent, just to share our imperfections with the world. You don't need to share your imperfection with the world, not all of it, oh. This, especially this internet street. You don't need to. You don't need to. You don't need to. No, I can control myself. I won't go and read the comments. I can control myself. I know when to stop when I engage people. No, you don't. You don't. You know why? Because you're probably not the average. Would you consider us, if you're a narcissist? Yes, maybe you can. How about that? If you can be a psychopath and you can turn off your feelings completely, maybe you can. But if you're a normal human being, see negative things. If you see 10 negative things about you and you see 100 positive things about you, guess what you're going to focus on? The 10 negative things. That's the way it works. That's the way the human mind works. So if I were to blame anything, yes, I will adopt Adebusola's constant public scrutiny. But I think they've always gotten that. I think it's the overwokeness. All right, they did not protect themselves. Okay, they're imperfect people. That's not just them. That's the rest of us. They've committed atrocities. Yeah, she slept with a person the same age as her son. It's wild for you and I. That's crazy. Like, are you mad? And then she ended up on the same stupid red table talk to talk about in front of the husband, who was also doing overwokeness, stupid overwokeness stuff, sitting there with him. As I said, with him. People are starting to call her the man in the relationship. With her. Like it's entanglement. You say entanglement? What's funny? What's funny? Why are you having this conversation? Well, because we're not perfect and we should tell the world. That's stupid. It's just stupid. Because now, if they stay together, a little part it will be eating up at them. Not what they did, but the fact that the whole world knows. See, you said over wildness. I knew it was. It was autocorrection. Be careful with that overwokeness stuff. There's a balance you're trying to strike. The only way to strike that balance is to continue to work on yourself. You as an individual, you bring so much to the table already. You bring so much to the table. You're a powerful ball of energy in this space, in this thing we call human experience. You're highly influential over everything around you. You are in control of a lot more than you think, but there are some things you're not in control of. You want to lose your power? Keep focusing on the things you can't control, which there's a lot of them. But you want to engage your power? Work on yourself. Identify your power. Identify your purpose in this space. Figure it out. It's a process. It can also be a thing that's also taking shape over a period of time. Okay? But this is the focus. Work on myself. I am powerful. I am powerful. I am God. I am in control of my destiny. It doesn't matter if it's directly or indirectly, you are in control. You need to put all your attention on that. Work on yourself. That's the closest you're going to get to it. Working on yourself. That's the closest you're going to get to the balance you're looking for here. Because nobody's ever happy. It's true. At what point do you cross the line when you're doing too much? You just want to be transparent. You want to speak your truth. You might be doing too much. At what point do I'm in control? So anything we are doing, especially when it comes to human interactions of any type, either is one to many or many to one or between two people for romantic relationship reasons, if it involves another human being, you have unlimited power, but there's limitations to what the point of leverages are. Speaking your truth, you better know what you're doing. Just speaking the truth, even worse. Because guess what? Especially if an influential person, people have the power to interpret what you have to say. And if you're so badly in need of validation of people, they control you. They control you. So it's very important. So I think if there's any one thing we can blame for the public scrutiny that marriage is going through, I think it's the overwokeness on both of their parts. And you know the funny thing? One of the best in doing this is in my opinion, is Will Smith. Handling media and things like that. He's one of the best. You know? He's one of the best at doing this. But when you're married to another human being and they're also making their own moves and stuff like that, hey, you can be exposed. The same thing. I'm going to accord JADA the same grace. Will Smith she's getting dragged because Will Smith is a powerful, very, like, huge in terms of behemoth. So, but he's still a human being. Even this content I just created here might still create a negative thing if he happens to see it. Might create a negative trigger for him because he's still a human being. So don't get out here and try to be a captain savior, you know what, or you're just trying to save everybody. Make sure you have enough in you to pour into other people before you try to do that. Because even the strongest of them, even if you have the strongest of them, you might not be able to withstand it. Yes, the marriage might crumble all in the name of overwokeness. I can't say it's Tupac because they've been dealing with Tupac for 30 years. I can't say it's August Asina because they've been dealing with that for quite a few years. You know, but the one thing they still have to deal with is this public scrutiny, and I can link it directly to they are using their own hands to create this. Unfortunate, sadly, you know. But let me know what your thoughts are. I know you have your own opinion on what you think killed it. If it's in fact killed. We don't know. This is rumors, okay? This is rumors at this point. Media Takeout is known as a tabloid. On Why with Tasha K is also, she caught a lawsuit, millions of dollars, for saying what she doesn't know anything about. So we can't count on it. We just see. We'll keep watching. Do me a favor, hit the like button, share, subscribe, turn up your notifications so you're notified when we go live. Download the books. The books are available at manofprestige.com. Okay. If you're looking for coaching, relationship coaching, reach out. We no longer, but I'll give you some resources. Okay. Let me just reach out. Just go to the links, manofprestige.com. You can also reach out through the phone number on WhatsApp. If you can see it on the screen, scrolling on the screen. All right. Thank you guys. I appreciate you. Chinya says, where there's smoke, there's fire. We're just going to leave it at that. Take care and God bless. Cheers.
Girl, it's your love that I've been missing. I miss all your hugs, your touching and kissing. Me love on the floor, the couch in the kitchen. One love enough with a